Alrighty, Ravenclaw. Hi, how are you? I hope you guys are doing well. And I just wanted to say before I get started that thank you. I don't know who you are that's watching my videos, but I do see that it's a lot more Ravenclaw than anybody else. And I just wanted to say I appreciate that. It feels good to not be talking into the void. Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to say thank you. I'm going to go ahead and just get started with your reading. I did what I did last week where, oh, by the way, I'm sorry I'm late. Just wasn't feeling it. But how I did last week, I did the, introduction type whatever for the Hufflepuff readings, and then I just tack it at the end. I'm doing the same thing this week. Yeah, I hate repeating myself, so that's what I'm doing. All right. As I just repeated myself. Okay. Anyways, yeah, so let's go ahead and just get started. There we go. Gonna take that half, and let's see what's in store, huh? Okay, right off the bat. Let's see what else. Yeah, we're approaching that time period where it's my dark time. It's just kind of coming about to where, like, I've just been really tired today, and what are we, like 4 days away from the new moon? And yeah, just drained, that's all. Okay, that might be enough. Let's just see what's going on, because these have all brilliantly just flown right out. Ooh, we never have that one. The Swedish short snout. I do believe that's Cedric's dragon. Right. Ooh. Let's see if we can do one more card. It's so funny because I swear I shuffle the hell out of these cards. And I mean, I've noticed it on other people that do readings too, that like, well, I mean, like everybody else, they do, all the zodiac signs, right? And they'll have like a huge stack, but the same cards will just, keep coming up no matter how much they shuffle it. And I notice the same thing. Because this one came out in Hufflepuff and this one was just in Slytherin, so I don't know. All right, let's sit those there for a second while we get a clarifier card, and then we'll see what we can come up with. Yeah. All right. I have my window open. It is the 4th of July here, so at some point all of the dumbasses are going to start shooting them off, and it's not going to stop until who knows when. And the only reason why I say dumbasses is because we're in a desert. We're in a drought. It's not really windy today, but I mean, there's like tons of livestock everywhere, including my farm. And about 3-4 weeks ago, somebody was lighting off fireworks and lit my my horse pen on fire. And I don't have a lot of water pressure, and so I was out there for like 3 hours in the sun when it was like 100 and something degrees, trying to put this fire out, and just that's why I just get irritated. Okay, anyways, we're ready now. So starting off, we have Merperson. Okay, we have the Arumpent, that little rhinoceros thingy. Azkaban, kind of like that approaching from the ocean view. The Monster Book of Monsters. And yeah, guys, I just finally put nails on again after like 4 weeks of not wearing them, so I am really clumsy right now, so please forgive me. And then this really faraway view of the Shrieking Shack. And then again, the Swedish So Cedric's dragon. which he tricked this one by, did he turn himself into a dog? What did he turn into a dog? He turned something into a dog. And so it distracted it. And that was how he was able to steal the eggs. Ooh! Ooh, hey, I didn't even notice that. That's the Shrieking Shack again. Huh. But a closer view, but yet still in wintertime. Interesting. Quidditch chest. The Marauders map. And this wintry, dismal, I always think this is like somewhere outside, like in the courtyard of Hogwarts maybe. So I don't know. That's what I think that is. And then, okay, so this is the 8 of Wands, and its interference is the overall message. And as you can see, that's all the winged keys. All right, so let's make these all nice and pretty, and we will look at these for a few moments and then try to decipher what's going on. Yeah? Okay, give me a moment. Okay, so bear with me. I'm going to talk this out, okay? What I'm getting so far is, so with the mer person, you know, they're obviously they're not standing, but they're standing very erect, chest out. And I just get this feeling of like they're ready to say something very important, something that's on their chest, just ready to just belt it out. However, you know, it's only in the certain right conditions that you can actually hear that. You know, you got to be underwater, right? But I'm just getting that vibe of like wanting to say something, but just maybe not knowing how to say it so other people can understand. And the reason why I'm really getting that coming through is because with the Erumpent, they that whole horn and it explodes kind of thing, but mostly it's just the image of it with this, where it's just that fuming brain, that boiling point, that chaos inside the head of just like this thought's just brewing, right? Then we come to Azkaban, and always stormy there, right? And it's the prison. But now, if you notice, this is not when the prison has been broken into. This is either pre that or after the war and everything's been done. The prison is still intact. So that idea is still very much contained and confined in a restricting kind of way. Now, when you get to the Monster Book of Monsters, you know, that's like, again, that's another like containment, another like a collection of just all these I want to say thoughts, because that's how I'm reading it right now. Obviously that's not what the Monster Book of Monsters is, but what that one does have that I feel relates to this is, you know, it has a secret way of opening it, right? Like, again, with needing that special way to communicate it, we need a special way to open it, right? Then we have the Shrieking Shack. Now, besides all of the other, what it was meant to be and all that other stuff, just from right here, I'm seeing it as like, you know, it's so far away in the distance. Maybe like you're coming to it, right? You're getting this picture of it. Maybe that picture of it is the how to speak this thing you're trying to say. Now, with the dragon, it's like, okay, how does the dragon fit into that? I mean, I think I'd really have to pause the video and go back and do some more research on the dragon to remember more about it. But just going off of that, you know, it was tricked. It was distracted, That's what it was. It was a distraction. Maybe it's like, you're looking really hard. God, didn't we just talk about this, Ravenclaw? That like you were thinking too hard about something. I could have sworn I just did a video about that for you guys, where it's like you're thinking really hard, and I'm getting that same thing here. That like you really want to say something, and it's just like it's consuming your head, right? Like it's gonna burst, and you feel like, oh, just this I don't want to keep saying confinement, because there's a word for this, right? I feel like this is happening with your brain, like you're gonna explode, but it's still really locked in there, and you're like, oh man, how do I get there? And maybe you're trying to get there. Then I'm getting like, hey, look away. Okay, now look back. Boom. Maybe that's what you need. Huh? That's what it is. You need a distraction. You need something right now, Ravenclaw, that's going to kind of take your mind off of it, because whatever this idea is that you are really mulling over, it's consuming you to where you're blocked, you're imprisoned within your own mind. And the only thing that's going to get you closer is if you take a distraction. Okay, now what kind of distraction? I could say sports, but really I think this is just saying something fun. And I mean, honestly, after last year, and now that a lot of I don't know, it's hard to say, because a lot of restrictions are being lifted, but now with the whole the Delta variant, and some places are starting to go back into lockdown, I don't know, but somehow I feel like there's some I'm just seeing like all of this, like this opening, right? This opening, this doors, and then you have the keys here, which is so, to me, it's like there's so much of a tie-in, right? Like the only way you can really get into Azkaban, is escorted, or you got to get past the Dementors, right? Rub the spine, Shrieking Shack. You can, if you're brave enough, I guess you can go right up to it, but otherwise it's got that secret entrance, underneath the Whomping Willow. And with the Quidditch chest, yeah, the whole game fun aspect, but also like that hobby, but maybe a competitive hobby, but also that chest where it's locked in, right? Even the bludgers, they're chained inside, right? And the snitch is behind the door, like all these little compartments. And then with the Marauders map, you've got two signs right here that are very much like, here's the key and here's the map. Here are your ways to getting to where you need to go. And I know this isn't the Shrieking Shack. Okay, I obviously know that. But how I'm seeing it is, it's like it's far away, right? That goal, it seems so far in the distance. Like, how are you going to get there? How are you going to say what you need to say? How are you going to give life, breathe life into this thing that you want to do, right? And you're like, I don't know how I'm going to get there. And it's telling you, look, do a distraction. And, the moment that you get distracted with something, whatever it is, something comes along, and it could be a problem. It could be something that just something out of the ordinary, something that was meant to get your mind off of it for a little bit. Life still continues. It's not all fun and games, right? And then, but as soon as that little distraction happens, you're closer, right? But now it's saying, okay, look, now you really need to consider the fact that you need to take some time to focus on your goals. There's the goals in the Quidditch pitch, right? And maybe in a different way, right? Like Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I might have to scratch that and say, maybe not. But where I'm going with that is, with the map and the keys, and I get that this is going to happen after the distraction, right? Then I feel like it was far away, and now you have the little bit of a distraction. You take that little bit of time to yourself, and you see it a little bit clearer, right? But then once you reevaluate it, open that chest, open that idea, reevaluate what you've been collecting. I feel like maybe it'll be all compartmentalized after. There it is. I feel like after this distraction, you're going to be that much closer. You're going to see it. And now you're going to be able to actually put everything together in this nice, neat box, this nice, neat compartment where everything has its place, and you can see all of the parts of it so much clearer now. And now you have a straight and clear path. And guess what? As soon as you get there, it's not this little shack. No, it's a damn freaking castle, okay? And you have the keys. And with this being the message of interference, I think that's what it's telling you, is that, hey, you need that interference. Sometimes we put those blinders on and we're like, no, focus, 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 focus. And you know what? Sometimes that's cool, but sometimes it doesn't get us any closer. Like, it still keeps that goal way off in the distance. And damn if I don't feel like that's just spot on right there, Ravenclaw. Okay, I'm gonna have to try to tie that with a little bow. But that's definitely the message right there. So make sure you read the description, because I'll definitely put it in there, like exactly the full message. But I hope that helped you. And again, Ravenclaw, I truly love you, and I appreciate so much your support by watching these videos. It really humbles me, and I really appreciate it. So I'm gonna say bye for now, and I'll see you next week. Hopefully, again, like I said, I'm approaching my dark time, so we'll see how that goes. There are still some other Ravenclaw videos in there that if you haven't seen them, check out that playlist that has all of them in there. And I mean, again, hopefully I get one out next week as well, or, well, technically it's Sunday, so hopefully by the end of this week I put out another one. Regardless, I'm going to go ahead and pop that intro for Hufflepuff here at the end. But other than that, I love you guys, and I will see you next week. Bye. I know I'm late, okay? I should have had these up yesterday on Saturday, but honestly, I need to tell you the truth, I really just kind of got caught up in just all of the ridiculous amount of news that's been going on. And yesterday I spent like all day on Twitter, which is weird, but also it was kind of cathartic, whatever that word is, where it kind of felt good, right? Because I don't socialize, I don't really have friends exactly, don't go anywhere, so interacting with people even digitally was kind of nice. Yeah, I don't know, it just felt good. And I should have done this yesterday. You know what? Look, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. This was not what I felt like doing yesterday. And yeah, I am wearing nails. I just put them on like maybe an hour ago. I had my mom take a look at the box of nails that I've been like, basically every time I'm stressing, I do at least 2 sets of nails. So I have this box that I've been filling up for like the last 4 weeks, and I showed her all the nails, and I was like, here, if I want to put a set on, so choose a pair, choose a set. And she chose these, and I was like, that's like my ugliest one, but even my husband thought that they're pretty. So I don't know, guys, it's not about the nails, but it kind of is. Anyways, there's that. And yeah, oh, you know what, well, I was going to save it for the end, but I do just want to say that this is my book. I wrote this book. That's me. I feel so I feel so dumb right now. Anyways, this is my baby. I'm actually like, I have 7 books mapped out, and I started this back in 2008, and I finally finished it in 2019. I published it to Kindle, and it took me like all this time to get the cover situated. I paid these guys on Fiverr to design the book cover. I mean, I designed the book cover, but I was like, here, make it into a book cover, right? And they've done book covers for me before, and but the PDF version that they sent doesn't match up to set it up on Kindle. Okay, this is gonna drag on. Sorry. Look. Point is I finally have it available in paperback, and I'm kind of juiced about it. All right, because I finished writing it after my second concussion, which to me is kind of huge. So, anyways, there it is. That's my announcement.